Hi, I'm Mikey Sklar. I live in Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, and I have been playing with prickly pear. Take these paddles from the prickly pear, put it into our toe-behind mixer, and emulsify this along with the newspaper and water. So what I'm interested that the prickly pear cactus can do for me is it apparently is a very good water-resistant paint. It's also antibacterial. And it apparently can be used inside papercrete mixes as a cement substitute, or at least a way of reducing the amount of Portland cement that is used in the papercrete, which would be great because it would save us money and save a lot of CO2 from going into the atmosphere. So what I've done the other day with my sister and girlfriend was taken about 40 paddles of prickly pear, 1 bag of lime, which is a 50-pound bag of slacked lime, and 4 pounds of salt, and mixed it up in my papercrete mixer, which is a toe-behind third world mixer. And so we have some residue left over from yesterday in the bottom of this 200-gallon mixer. I only did a half load, and I'm not too happy with how the prickly came out. What I'm seeing today is that it's a very nice light green color, but it's just too thin. It doesn't have anywhere near the kind of thickness I would expect from this. So what I'm going to do today is add another 50 pounds of lime to yesterday's paint, and I'm going to add all the prickly pear cactus paddles that I have left, which is about another 50. So in total what I'm going to end up with for a recipe here is 100 pounds of slacked lime, 4 pounds salt, and 100 paddles of prickly pear. And I'm hoping with that mix we'll be able to get a much thicker, gooier paint like we see at the bottom here of the tank, where this stuff has a really nice whitish lime texture, a real goo quality to it that we're hoping will carry through the paint better. Here are some filters I built this morning for straining out the prickly pear into buckets. And the idea is that we take the prickly pear after it's been mixed up in the toe-behind mixer and take buckets full of whatever's in the mixer and run it through first a large screen, which is just expanded lath that I made little mounting for with some old wood, and then we run it through a second screen, which is like a window screen that you would have, which we had some old window screens sitting outside the house, so I made another screen out of that. So the idea is that we filter this down to the point where we can spray it with an airless sprayer. So our goal today is to get the roof sprayed, and I'm going to go ahead and do another mix of prickly pear, and we'll see how it comes out.
Okay, so what we have here is a mixture of lime, prickly pear, cactus, salt, and water. And basically we're scooping buckets of this mixture, and we're screening out for large bits of cacti that haven't broken down. So we have a large screen here catching the big pieces. And then we'll run it through a second screen to catch the smaller particles so that it doesn't get caught up in our paint sprayer and clog the sprayer. And as you can see, we got a milky, really beautiful material here. Some of it's quite thick, which we love, and we're hoping that it's going to provide a good seal when we're using it in place of elastomeric paint.
Okay.
So after filtering out the large particles, now we're taking this and going one step finer and using a fine screen. And as you can see, what remains is, you know, three-dimensional kind of clumpy stuff, a little too thick for a paint sprayer.